start that time, y'all. Rough Riders. You know, Teflon, Eve.
Yo, they wanna know who's that girl? Come on.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subby or a new viewer, welcome. And if you're just someone who's returning and you've been here already, thank you for coming back. So today is going to be a story time about the time that I was talking to / I wouldn't really say dating. So we'll stick to talking to. I was talking to a fuckboy. So anyways, it was back in, it was my senior year in high school. So I was about 17 years old. And that's when I was tutoring. I was the tutor at the time. And I was on my way home from work. And that's the day I got paid. It was a Friday. And I got paid that day. So I was like, you know, I'm going to get off the bus and I'm going to go to Metro PCS to get me a new phone. And that was like the first phone that I bought with my own hard-earned money. So I got off the bus. I was like, you know, I was fiending. I was so excited. I was like, you know, I'm not even going to wait until I get to the Metro PCS by my house. And that's when Metro PCS first came to New York. And they were offering unlimited everything. No one else had unlimited everything except for Metro PCS at that time. So I was like, you know, I'm not even going to wait till I get to around my house. I'm going to just get off the bus right here and go to Metro PCS. So I go to Metro PCS now. And there's two guys. There's a guy and a girl in there. We're going to name the girl Vanessa and we're going to name the guy Derek. So, I'm in there, whatever. So I'm telling them that I need a new phone, something, you know, that's like basic, something nice or whatever. And, they're like, okay. So they gave me a Nokia. They suggested a Nokia. It wasn't a flip phone, but it was my baby at the time. And I was very proud of my baby. So I don't care what nobody has to say. Yes, I had a Nokia. I don't remember the number, but I know it was not a flip phone. Anyways, so they hooked up the phone or whatever, gave me a phone number and stuff like that. So now I paid, I'm about to leave. And Vanessa goes, oh, Derek wants to know if he can have your phone number. So I'm like, my phone number, why? It didn't hit me yet. She was like, you know, he thinks you're really pretty and he wants to get to know you or whatever. So I was like, you know, well, if he wants my number, he's going to get it anyway because he did just, you know, did this whole hookup with my number. So he has my number anyway. So I guess you could just give it to him. So she's like, okay. So she's like, you hear that, Derek? You can have her number. So you better use it. So I leave the store and a few days later, Derek texts me. So we start talking and I'm like, hey, whatever, we talking. And then, you know, days are going on and we just talking and stuff like that. And then I would come to the store and see him after work. And then he would come pick me up from work sometimes and bring me home. And the days I didn't go to work, he would come pick me up from school sometimes and he would take me home from school. So it was nice. You know, we were rocking, we were talking or whatever, getting to know each other. So he painted this picture to me that he was this single dad and his daughter's mom was like this deadbeat. She was never in the picture. All she did was party. She didn't want nothing to do with her daughter. Like a whole lot of stuff. And I was just like, wow, you know, like how could somebody be a deadbeat mom to their child and this and that. So he was like this. And, you know, I gave him a lot of respect for that because you don't really find a lot of fathers who step in and they're single dads. You know, it's usually like the other way around. So I was like, wow, you know, much respect. Like for the fact that he was young. He was like 20 years old. He was a store manager at Metro PCS. He had a nice car. And he was a single dad. And he was doing what he had to do for his daughter. So much respect to him. I gave him my respect. So one day I'm at the store. And Vanessa goes, oh, can you come with me to the store? And I was like, why? It's hot outside. I don't want to go outside. She's like, can you just come with me to the store, please? Please. Just come with me to the store. It'll be real quick. So I'm like, oh, whatever. So I walk with her to the store. So as we walk into the store now, I see this little girl in a stroller, a baby. She's like 1 or 2 years old. And I'm looking at her like, damn, that little girl looks just like Derek. So we keep walking. I didn't say anything though, but that's what I was thinking. I was just looking at the little girl like, damn, she looked like Derek. But whatever. So I kept walking. We kept walking. We went to the store. Then we leave in the store. Now she goes, "Oh, can you walk with me around the corner? I want to talk to you about, Derek, and I want to tell you some things or whatever. I don't want to tell you in the store in front of him." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." So we walking around the corner, and she's talking about how Derek likes me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Well, he doesn't really know me to like me, so I don't understand how he likes me." She's like, "Well, for the few days you guys been talking, he likes you, and he's always talking about you in the store." I was like, "Okay, well, that's cute. Thank you. Nice to know," or whatever. So we get back to the store now, and the same little girl that was in the stroller is in the store. So I'm looking like, so he's like, he brings her over. He's like, "Yeah, this is my daughter." I was like, "How did she get here?" He's like, "Her mom just dropped her off." I was like, "Oh, okay." So he introduces me to the daughter or whatever. And I'm just like, "Oh, you're so cute," whatever. She's so freaking cute. So I'm talking to the daughter, playing with her. We're going to name the daughter Jessica. So I'm playing with Jessica or whatever. And he's, working, helping customers. So that was that, right? All right. So a few days later now, I'm back at the store. After work, and then what happens? So so I asked him, who watches your daughter during the day while you're working, because he's in the store from open to close. So he's like, his sister watches the daughter. So we're gonna name the sister, let's name the sister Kelly. So he's like, his sister Kelly watches the daughter while he's at work, and because she runs a daycare, he allows her to drive around his car, use his car for errands that she has to run during the day. So I was like, "Oh, that's nice." Like, for the fact that, they have that kind of relationship. She holds him down. She helps him out how she can. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's nice. I respect that, whatever. So he's like, "Yeah, sometimes she takes him to work and she takes the car, or she comes to pick him up. She comes to get the car from him." So when she pulls up, she came to the store that day. So when she pulls up, and Jessica gets out the car, she's so excited to see her dad. And then Kelly comes out with mad kids. So I'm like, wow, like, your sister must be, she must be good at what she does, because she has a lot of kids in her daycare. He's like, "Yeah, man, she really good at what she does. She works real hard." So I was like, all right, whatever. So that was that, right? So that's his sister. I didn't really care to meet his sister. So the fact that he introduced me to her, it didn't really, bother me or anything, because I don't really care for a sister. I care. So anyways, so his sister comes in, she's talking to him, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come back to drop the car," whatever. They say a few words, and then the sister leaves. So that's that. And I'm just looking like, wow, that's so nice. His sister is, that's really nice of her, for the fact that she, that's a space in her daycare that she could have been making like $200 or $300 extra every week, but she let her niece have the slot. Like, that's nice. Or maybe I was just thinking too much into it. Who knows? So one day I'm at the store, and this is around the time like Metro PCS just dropped this new phone. So I asked him, like, "Can I see your phone?" Like, because he had the phone. So I was like, "Can I see your phone? Like, I want to look through it, see what features it has or whatever." So he's like, "Okay, cool." So he gives me the phone now. So I'm looking through the phone. I was actually really looking for features in the phone. So he started helping customers. He got distracted. So I walked outside. I still had the phone in my hand. So I'm looking through the phone. And then I see it. I got to his text messages. I don't know how, y'all, but I end up in his text messages. And what? So I go in his messages, and then I see a message from a girl named Carla. So I'm like, okay. So I open the message. I'm reading the conversation. I went a few days back, and I'm reading the conversation. And then there's a message from Carla. She goes, "Oh, I miss the things we used to do." Something like that. And then she listed the things they used to do. And I'm just like, yo, they used to do some nasty things. So then I'm reading the messages. So but a lot of the messages, he's not responding. So I don't know if he's calling her and they're finishing the conversation. I really don't know. I can't really tell you because I don't know. But a lot of the messages, he's not responding. So she's pretty much like, in the conversation, it looks like she's talking to herself. So she's just saying some wild things. So I get back to the store now. And then he's like, so I give him his phone. I was like, well, I hope you have fun with Carla. So he goes, what? what are you talking about? So I walked out. So he calls me like a few minutes later. He's like, are you serious? It's nothing. Carla's this crazy girl I used to talk to. She won't leave me alone. She's obsessed with me. Blah, 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 blah. The girl's always crazy when a nigga is lying. So he's like, Carla is crazy. That's a girl he used to talk to. She won't let go. She won't, like, she don't want to get the picture. Blah, blah, blah. He's not with Carla. He's not with Carla. He's not with Carla. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay. Well, I need a few days to think about this because I saw some crazy messages in that phone. And the only reason why Carla could feel comfortable enough to tell you these things is because you're giving her the open door to do it. So he's like, I was like, but then you know what? I can't even be mad because technically you're not my man. We just talking. So if that's what you want to do with Carla, that's cool. He's like, but I never even responded to the messages. It's just Carla talking to herself, blah, blah, blah. So I started thinking about it. I was like, you know, maybe I am going a little overboard. So I was like, I'll hit you up in a few days. When I'm over it, I'll let you know if we're going to keep talking or not. So we kept talking. So a few days later, we continued talking. So one day he came to pick me up from school. So I don't know, like I just do random things. So something told me to call his phone while I was sitting in his passenger seat. So I call his phone and it comes up as Haitian. So I'm like, why is my name saved as Haitian in your phone? So he goes, oh, well, you know, you're the first Haitian girl I ever talked to. I don't deal with Haitian girls because they crazy, but it's something about you, so that's why I named you Haitian in my phone. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. Like, oh my God, I'm the first Haitian girl you talk to? So I called my friends. I was telling them, like, you know, my name is saved as Haitian in his phone. And stuff like that. And then my friends like, well, one of my friends was like, well, what is the hype about? Why are you so hype? I was like, because that's so cute. Like, that's my little name, you know, my little nickname. And my other friend was like, oh, that is cute or whatever. So we all three on the phone. Was a three-way call, mesmerized at the fact that my name is saved as Haitian in his phone. So now that my name is saved as Haitian in his phone, we driving. So he's like, oh, I want to take you down my block. So I was like, why? He's like, I just want to take you down my block, but I'm not going to tell you what house I live in. I said, so what's the point of taking me down your block? So anyway, he drives down his block. So we driving. His block is mad long, right? So we driving down his block. And then we see one of his neighbors. So I think her name was Mrs. Shelley or something. So he goes, oh, hey, Miss Shelley. And she goes, oh, another one? Oh, you on the roll, right? So he goes, Miss Shelley, why you play so much? That's not funny. So they start laughing. She's like, I'm kidding, baby girl. You're so beautiful. And then she's telling Derek how beautiful I am and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, your neighbor is weird. He's like, yeah, she just plays. That's how she plays. She plays around too much. I be telling her that sometimes. But she just very playful. Don't take it as anything. I was like, whatever. But then I was thinking in my head, his neighbor probably hating. She probably just want him for her daughter. So she probably mad that I look better than her daughter, and because now that I'm in this car, she ain't gonna have him for her daughter. The mind of a naive ass 17-year-old. So anyways, we driving. So then we stopped at the store to go pick up some stuff because so he worked at like a franchise to like a corporate store. So he's like branched off. His store was like branched off from a corporate store. So every day after work or whenever the store closes, he has to go to the store, pick up reports, traffic flow, like reports on traffic flow, what they sold, how much phones they sold, how much money they made, all that stuff. So he has to go to the store he works at, bring it over to the corporate store. The corporate store is like it's in another neighborhood. So he worked in Canarsie. The corporate store was like in Coney Island. So every day after the store closes, he has to take the stuff, the reports over to the corporate store. They gotta, talk about whatever. So that day he's like, oh, you want to take a ride with me to the corporate store? So I'm like, yeah, of course, I'll come with you. Whatever, I'm not doing anything anyway. So we go to the store. He picks up the reports. We drive to the corporate store. So we get to the corporate store now. He parks down the block from the corporate store. He goes, oh, if anybody comes to this door, whatever you do, don't open the door. So I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you know, this is a very dangerous neighborhood and I wouldn't want nothing to happen to you. Whatever you do, don't open the door. So now me, I'm like, why would you even put me in this kind of situation? He's like, well, it might not happen. Nothing might not happen. But just in case anybody comes to this door, no matter what they telling you, don't open the door. So now I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, can you go make it quick? Don't be in there parlaying, hanging out. Like, let's go. Because I'm not trying to be sitting in this car forever in a day. So he goes. So as he's leaving the car, he goes, don't open the door, right? So now I'm like scared out my ass. So I called my two best friends at the time. And then I have them on a three-way call. And I'm telling them, like, can you believe that Derek took me to the store in Coney Island and he's telling me not to open the door? So now they like, what street are you on? And then my ratchet best friend, she's like, you need me to come get you? Where you at? Where you at? I'm like, all right, sis, it's not that serious. You don't need to come get me. So then they like, what street you on in case anything happens to you? So they know where I'm at, whatever. So we on the phone talking. They keeping me company or whatever. So Derek comes back to the car now. So I'm like, oh yeah, he's back now. So we leave. All right, we leave. Then we drove. I think he drove me home or whatever happened. But that's the end of that, right? So a few days later now, I'm in the store again, and one of the guys from the corporate store is working at his store. So he's like, oh, so we talking, laughing and stuff like that. And then the guy, no, I said something pertaining to Derek. So he goes, why you in here messing with this man? You don't know he's a married man. So I look at Derek. Derek looks at him. He looking at Derek. They looking at each other. And I'm just looking at Derek like, you ain't tell me this. So then he goes, oh, why you playing so much? That's not funny. Don't play with her like that. She's really going to believe you. That's not funny. So he got mad serious. So the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. I didn't think it was that serious. It was just a joke. Don't take me serious. All right, sweetie? Don't take me serious. So I was just like, that was weird. But, you know, I was like, But it was kind of funny, and I was like in the mix. So it was a joke. We laughed or whatever. But it was just like, there was these Air Max that came out. And I was looking at them, and I was like, yo, these sneakers is mad cute. He was like, oh, I was looking at those sneakers. I wanted to get them for us. What size do you wear? I was like, well, you don't have to buy them for me. I could buy them for myself. He was like, nah, but you know, I want to get us a pair of sneakers so we could be matching. I was like, okay, well, I wear size 7. He's like, all right, so I'm going to get us the sneakers. So I was like, okay, well, thank you. I started noticing, like, when it got too late, he wouldn't answer the call, his phone, or if it was too early in the day, in the morning, he wouldn't pick up the phone. And his excuse was always like, he goes to bed early because he got to get Jessica ready for school in the morning. And he doesn't have time to, like, be up late at night. So he goes to sleep early. And, you know, in the morning when I call him, he doesn't answer because he's getting Jessica ready for school. So I was like, okay, cool. So he had pretty much a reason to everything. Like, he had an answer to everything. And he just always had, like, the right thing to say. So that was that. So one day, I call my boo phone, and a girl picks up the phone. So I'm like, hello? She goes, hello? I'm like, hi, can I speak to Derek? She goes, who's this? I'm like, who's this? She goes, who is this? If you want to speak to Derek, you need to tell me who this is. So now, you know, I'm like, okay, bitch, now you trying me. So I go, well, this is his girlfriend. She goes, well, this is his wife. So now I stopped. I looked at the phone. I was like, hello? I chuckled a little bit. I was like, wife? Derek never told me he was married. She goes, yeah, we've been together forever now. And let me guess, you somebody he talking to? Okay, sis, well, is this something that's going on in your household every day? Because, like, why are you so used to this? Why is this so, like, okay to you? So I'm like, well, she's like, how long y'all been going out? I'm like, well, we only been talking for, like, maybe a month, but he just asked me to be his girlfriend a few days ago. She goes, oh, well, yeah, he's married. So I'm like, okay, she's like, so now she's asking me more questions. So I'm trying to get some out of her. She's trying to get some out of me. So we just here talking and giving it all up. So I'm about to tell y'all about little old Derek, okay? So she starts telling me how Derek, when her little cousin came from Haiti, first of all, Derek is always cheating on her. This is something that he's always doing, and this is just what he does, and that's it. So she's like, so I'm like, she's like, she's like, you know, I'm so done with him. He's always cheating. Like, this boy can never be faithful. It's always something, always some girl calling my phone, or it's always some girl calling his phone, blah, 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 blah. She just complaining. She's like, so I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm on the other end, like, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Like, how could he do something like that to you? And blah, 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 blah. Like, so she starts telling me how when Derek, when her cousin came from Haiti, her little cousin came from Haiti, how Derek took her virginity. Sis, if that was not the end for you, then ain't nothing gonna be the end for you, okay? So she's like how Derek took her virginity, and how the cousin started acting crazy with her. She don't know what was wrong with the cousin, what happened with her and the cousin and stuff like that. I said, yeah, because she was sleeping with your man. That's why she started acting crazy. So the reason why Derek wasn't picking up his phone early in the morning and late at night is clearly because he was laying next to his wife. Yeah, that's right, I said it. So there was no deadbeat mama. So I started telling her how Derek was telling me that she's a deadbeat mom. All she do is party and live in Queens and blah, blah, blah. Oh, and one day, let me backtrack a little. One day we was walking and we was in the park, and he got this tattoo on his arm of somebody's face, a girl's face. I'm like, damn, who's that on your arm? That girl is beautiful. So he goes, that's my mom. So I'm like, that's your mom? He's like, yeah. So then the name of the person was under the face. We're gonna give the name Crystal. So it says Crystal underneath the face. I'm like, oh, your mom's name is Crystal? That's not a Haitian name. He's like, yeah, that's her name. I was like, wow, your mom is beautiful. He's like, yeah. That was not his mom. That was his wife. Okay? That was his wife on his arm. She's like, well, did you see? So now forward to the phone conversation. She's like, did you see my face? Did you see the tattoo on his arm? He has my face tattooed on his arm. I was like, that's you? Derek told me that was his mom. She goes, no, his mom's name is not Crystal. That's me. He's a liar. He don't even have nothing with his mom tatted. He don't have his mom name or anything tatted on him. He's a liar. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Then the reason why he got me saved as Haitian in his phone is because one night I was calling his ass at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Don't ask me what my fresh ass was doing calling him at 3 o'clock in the morning. But so I thought that was my nigga. So I was calling him at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So I kept calling and calling and calling and calling. So she goes, wow, who is calling your phone so much? Why? So sorry, my camera cut off. So she goes, who's calling your phone so much? Like, why is your phone ringing at this time of night? So, you know, in his phone, my name is saved as Haitian. So he goes, that's the Haitian mechanic. That's the mechanic. I owe him money for the car that he fixed, for the car. Because he fixed the car. Something was wrong in the car. And the mechanic, I owe him money. So he's calling my phone at all types of day, all types of night. So that's why he had me saved in his phone as Haitian. Because he told his wife that I was the Haitian mechanic that was fixing their car. Do you hear that craziness? Craziness. So I was like, wait, what? So she's like, yeah. So then I forgot. I forgot how we got to the sneakers, but we were talking about the sneakers. And then she goes, oh, he was going to get you those sneakers too? That's funny because I got them sneakers, his daughter got them sneakers, and he got them sneakers. We all got them sneakers. So I would have been walking around looking like baby mama number 2. Side chick / baby mama number 2 with them damn sneakers in my feet. Homeboy already had the sneakers, talking about he don't have the sneakers. He want to get us the sneakers. So I was just like, yo, this is so crazy. But the stuff that was happening, I just had to laugh. Like, it was just so funny. And I just really could not believe, like, this is what was going on in my life. Like, I'm so anti-home wrecker. I'm so anti-side chick. I'm anti-girlfriend number 2. Like, I'm not with that shit. So the fact that I was in that position, I'm like, am I really in this position right now? Like, When it comes to people's relationships, I respect that at an all-time high. And when it comes to my relationship, I expect the same. So for the fact that I was actually like side chick / girlfriend number 2, it wasn't under my will. But I was just like, yo, like, this is crazy. So I was sitting, she's like, yeah, you know, talking about the sneakers. We all have the sneakers, blah, 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 blah. She was like, you see that car he riding everybody around in? That's my car. That's not even his car. That's my car. He didn't put no money up for that car. I bought that car with my money, cash out of my pocket. And he seems to be driving everybody around in that car. I was like, damn, girl, why are you still with him? So she's like, yeah, you know, well, he's all I know. He was my first. We got married mad young. We had a kid young. So, you know, he's pretty much like all I know. Like, that's why it's so hard to leave me. I'm like, you got to find the strength and leave him because, this is not cute. Like, you know, you got to do it. Like, your daughter shouldn't be seeing this. Like, this shouldn't be, it just shouldn't be happening. Like, it's not cool. So, back to Derek. So Kelly, the babysitter, the sister, that was never his sister, okay? That was some girl he was sleeping with, and she was watching his daughter for free. She ain't never had no daycare. All them little rascal kids that came flying out that car was her kids. Yes, they were all her kids. It had to be about 5 to 7 kids. Yep, they were all her kids. She never had no daycare. So then I was telling her, I was like, so do you know about Kelly? She goes, yeah, that's just some other girl that he claimed is the babysitter for Jessica, but that's not really Jessica's babysitter. I know they're sleeping together. I see crazy text messages in his phone coming from Kelly all the time. Whatever, whatever, whatever. I'm like, oh, nah. Like, sis, you got to get your life because this is not cool. It was just so much. It was so much. Then the Carla girl. Let me tell y'all about Carla. All right, let me tell y'all about Carla. Carla worked at another Metro PCS that was branched off of the corporate store. The same corporate store they was all branched off under. Carla worked at another Metro PCS. So, before I tell you about Carla, let me go back to the corporate store. That day when he took me to the corporate store, he told me never to open the door. He told me not to open the door because his wife works in the corporate store and she was at work. So I was telling her about the time I was at the corporate store. So she goes, yeah, you know, she's like, oh, now that makes sense why that day Derek didn't want to wait for me. He didn't want to wait for me because you was in the car. I was like, yep, that's exactly why. She's like, you know, most of the time when he comes to the corporate store to drop off paperwork, he waits for me. We go home together. We go pick up our daughter and we go home together. But that day he would not wait for me. I was like, yeah, because I was in the car. That's why he would not wait for you. And I was like, and she was like, I was telling him, like, you know, it's only going to take me 5 more minutes. Just wait. And he was not with it. Like, he pretty much ran out the store. So I'm just like, yo, like, imagine if she would have ran after him out the store. And I would have been sitting in that car. That shit would have been crazy. So, yeah. So, his wife works at the corporate store. That's why when the guy came to the store and he was like, why are you messing with Derek? That's a married man. Yeah, because he works with Derek's wife at the corporate store. So that's not even it. Let me tell you, this story is real messy. Yeah. So let me go back to Carla that worked at the other Metro PCS. So I was like, so do you know about Carla? Because I started telling her about everything I knew about. Shoot. So I'm like, do you know about Carla? She goes, yeah, Carla works at another Metro PCS that's branched off of my store. So I was like, okay, well, I found some crazy messages in his phone coming from Carla. She goes, yeah, I know. I think I know they messing around. He's always denying it, but they got to be messing around. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, well, why do you think they're messing around? She goes, yeah, because sometimes Derek would come pick me up from work and Carla would be in the car. What? Like, okay. What type of dysfunctional shit is going on in your house, sis? So Carla, she was like, and even on sometimes, like, she would look at the schedule and there would be days that Carla is off. And Carla is in Derek's car. Nah, bruh. That is way too much. So yeah. So she was like, can you believe one day I walked into the car and Carla refused to get out the car, the front seat? I was like, you ain't yank her ass out the front seat? She goes, no. What you wanted me to say? I was waiting to see what he was going to do. Okay, clearly he don't have no respect. Because Carla would not be in his front seat. Carla would not even be in his car if the respect was there. So I don't even know why you're waiting to see what he's going to do. Clearly he ain't going to do not a damn thing. That's why Carla's in his front seat. So yeah, so that was that with Carla. I gave y'all Kelly's end. That was never the babysitter. That was his chick. And then she was like, oh, so that must be why he always want to be at his mom's house more often. So he could be on the phone with you. I was like, yeah, now it makes sense why he's always at his mom's house. So he could be on the phone with me. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yes, guys. So if you see signs where he doesn't pick up the phone after a certain time, or he's like always holding his phone hostage, he don't want you having his phone, or when it's too early he don't pick up the phone, like, just pay attention to signs. Don't let them fly over your head and keep giving excuses. It's not a coincidence. Stop making excuses. He is with someone else. Okay, so that concludes my story time of the time when I was clearly the side chick and I accidentally met the wife, but I'm grateful for it. And then I was telling her, I was like, well, you know, you don't have to worry about me, because after today I'm done with him. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not like in that kind of mix. I don't live that kind of lifestyle. So after this, you don't have to worry about ever hearing from me, ever having to, you know, like anything from me with him. Like, it's just done. I'm about to give you guys a funny part of this, well, a funnier part of this story. So can you believe, she was like, oh, do you mind if I call you sometimes? So yeah, so after that, I became their marriage counselor, okay? Believe it or not. Yes, I became their marriage counselor. She started calling my phone when Derek went missing, or when Derek did this, or when Derek did that, and it just started getting crazy. I couldn't handle it no more. I was like, yeah, I need to go to real therapy, figure this out. Is either you're going to leave him or not, because this is just crazy. Like, stop calling my phone. I don't want nothing to do with this anymore. This is just too much. It started taking a toll on me, because he was really doing some crazy stuff to her, and I was just like, I can't be in the middle of that, juggling too much. It's too much going on. Like, you need to figure it out, sis. It's been going on for too long now. It's either you're gonna deal with it or you're not. Like, what are you gonna do? He's not gonna change. Clearly, he's been doing this. He's still doing it. It's not gonna stop. So you have to figure it out. So yeah, so they stopped calling my phone, and that was just it. So that concludes my story time. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you've ever been in a situation like mine, leave it in the comment section below. Tell me about your experience. I would love to know. Have a great day, guys. Bye.